What's good, y'all? So, you guys know I just left the New York Liberty game at Atlanta. It was just Riddick, crazy, insane, just all that and above. And that was just an amazing game. And if you were at the game, I know you saw me. I was the only person wearing black because it's 97 degrees outside. But not just that, I was just going insane. That was a really, really, really lively game, and I really loved it. But so myself and other people in the movement are gonna start doing like recaps of every single game. We're gonna have blogs written, and then we're gonna have video logs. So that's what I'm here for. So I'm gonna talk about the Liberty versus Dream game. Let me turn Adele down. That was seriously just an amazing game. We can start off with, let me just start by saying Atlanta, they're going to be very good this year. Like they really are, because they did all that without Angel McCoughtry. They gave us a run for our money without Angel. And it was a really good game, though. If you just look at the stats, they were with us pretty much the whole entire game. Um, we both had 20s. New York Liberty scored 20 points straight in the first two third quarters, and then 19. Yes, this game did go into overtime if you guys missed it. But in overtime is just really where you can see who the better team was overall, and who has better leaders that were playing in the actual physical game, not just like sitting on the bench or something. And that's when New York, I knew we were gonna win as soon as we got that shot up and we went to overtime. I knew for a fact there's nothing else to stress about, just because the better team always wins in overtime. It doesn't matter if they suck the whole entire game. If it's going to overtime, they're gonna win. That's just how it is in basketball. So the top player, or whatever you want to call it, for New York Liberty was definitely Sancho Little. She had 18 points and 11 rebounds and 5 assists. So she's kind of nearing the whole triple double, but not really. But she played a good game, definitely. She got a couple of. She's a really good flopper, that's for sure. Atlanta, of course, since I'm a Liberty fan, but not just that, since I'm a basketball fan. The referees gave them a lot of stuff. It was a funny game to me. The referees were just giving them a lot of calls, but they still didn't win. But definitely, Sancho Little came out and played her heart out for Atlanta Dream, and Izzy also had 19 points. So definitely, the people who are going to be leading, if Angel continues to sit out, are going to be Izzy by her speed. Nobody on New York Liberty's team was able to stop her. She was just like, there's no point in trying to stop something that goes that fast. And speaking of fast, Izzy's playing game, I don't know what I just said. Anyways, Izzy's game is definitely rubbed off on all the other players. Since I do live in Atlanta, I've been like able to see all the players develop every single year. And Coco Miller was not playing that fast. She was fast, but she wasn't that fast until she started, I guess like learning from Izzy, because who better to teach you how to go fast than a Brazilian. And Lindsey Harding, I I personally I am a fan of Lindsey Harding. She did her thing out there. I definitely think that okay, pause. I definitely think that Lindsey Harding is gonna bring a lot of the maturity that Atlanta was lacking last year. Just a lot of discipline, a lot of leadership that Atlanta lacks. And she showed that it really wasn't just about her stats. But if you were watching the game, she had 9 points, five rebounds, and 9 assists. So she pretty much played an overall game, and just little things that she did on the court and off the court when they were in the huddle, I could definitely tell that the players already respect her. So that's really good. So I'm looking forward to watching Lindsey Hardy play um, more games in Atlanta jersey. She's a definitely good addition. And let's see, the person that came off the bench that was balling, you already know, Armini Price. I personally think if this was another team, she could easily be a starter. She had 13 points, and she didn't have like big assists or big rebounds, but she came out shooting. She made some pretty big shots. But so that's for Atlanta. I do expect them to do well this season, especially once they get Angel back. But I still feel like they need to definitely strengthen their second bench. coming off, because Armenti can't be the only person coming off with the big stuff, the big plays and stuff like that. So that's what Atlanta needs to work on. Now Liberty, my Libs. Oh, that was a fun game. That was a nerve-wracking game. The whole entire game in general, not just by Liberty, just the whole entire game was sloppy though. Um, but not as sloppy as like the Heat and Dallas Mavericks have been looking, or just NBA Finals in general. There was a lot of. I think what really made it sloppy was the refs. Like they made everything look so messed up and ugly and bad. But Liberty, they came to ball, and I really couldn't really expect more from them since this is just the first game. And even though we don't want to like put a spotlight on it, yes, it is gonna be difficult, trying to get into that rhythm without having Jean McCarville or without having Taj McWilliams Franklin. But I definitely think that the people that needed to step up definitely did. I mean, just look at Kia Vaughn. I was just going crazy for her. She had 8 points and 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and she really did her thing. She wasn't getting the actual initial rebounds, but say if like players would hop for it, jump for it, and hit somebody's hand, she was always there. And her elbows were looking good. I thought she was gonna take somebody's heads off. So I'm definitely proud of KV. I called it earlier in the video. I said that she's gonna be playing like how she did in that game 3 with Indiana. She's going to ball out. Now, I can honestly sit here and talk about almost every single player for New York Liberty. Everybody stepped up. Nicole Powell stepped up. She had 17 points. She was going in. She had 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and Leilani with the good big threes that we needed. But I really, really, really have to talk about Pearson. Detroit Shock will always and forever be like over her name, over her head, because she's just a shock. She still has that fighter spirit inside of her. She is definitely what the New York Liberty needs if she continues to just, because she was a starter, and I really feel like this is what it is for her. A lot of players have something that's like mental for her, and her knowing that she was gonna be a starter, she came out balling. I mean, half of the stuff, of course, you're gonna scream and go crazy for. Half of the stuff she was doing, I was just like, Pearson, dang girl, you were balling. I mean, there was a lot of stuff she did. She had the most points in the whole entire game by far. She had 25 points. She had 10 assists. She had 10 rebounds and 3 assists. That's a double-double, folks. That is good. For her to come out and have a game like she did, she definitely was leading the way today. And I'm so thankful that she stepped up like that. And it's amazing. She didn't play the most minutes. Of course, Cappy always does that, but she definitely came out ready to play. She was hustling the whole entire game. In fact, if it wasn't for, I know everybody's like, oh, Sydney Spencer, shout out to Sydney Spencer, because it doesn't matter how many minutes you play, because you see, she only played 4 minutes. Bro, you hit the game-winning shot. Well, not game-winning, but you hit the shot that we needed to make it a possible game-winning thing. And Sydney Spencer is the one that hit the shot to make it go into overtime. But I need people to understand, don't just give all the credit to Sydney Spencer, because how did she end up with the ball in the first place? Hello, it was Plenette Pearson, not Plenette Pearson that got the rebound, and it was like about to go out of bounds. She sacrificed her whole entire body to get Sydney Spencer the ball. And luckily, Sydney caught that. She didn't even think about it. She just shot. And that thing said, because I remember I was watching, like, honestly, when it's that close and it's your team that's down by 2 points, we had 3 seconds left. I was just watching Plenette, and I was just like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm just going to follow my eyes. Oh, we just made the shot. Like, seriously, it was just too fast, and Plenette she was really hustling today. So, it was awesome. She stepped up big time. Let's see who else stepped up big time. Carson definitely did step up big time. She had 11 points, and even though she had 2 rebounds, she was mainly doing the most damage when she like defending. Nobody was defending better than Carson today. She was really getting down and dirty. She was with the steals, and it was really good overall game for Essence Carson. I'm so happy that she's a starter now, definitely. So you got two people that are starting now, and they just came out like, whoa. Essence Carson and Planette Pearson. Well, actually three, and Kia Vaughn. It was really nice. Like Lonnie didn't start. I think she's still having back spasms, but like I said, she came out. She hit a couple threes that we definitely needed. But the main story to talk about, Cappie Pondexter. I'm so happy. Of course, I was the one who was updating you guys about the overseas play, and I kept saying like, oh, Cappie's playing a different game over here than she does in America. You know, she's just being able to pass the ball more and becoming like a true point guard. 'Cause point guards are really everybody in the 21st century are just spoiled because point guards actually know what to do with the ball now. Before, point guards didn't do that. They just passed the ball. But hey, so of course we all know that Cappie can easily drop 40 points anytime that she chooses, you know, and she really wants to be a ball hog, then she can easily drop 50 points. It's no thing for her. She's Cappie Pondexter. But today, she had 11 assists. I don't know if you guys out there like really know basketball. If you're a great point guard, you will maybe have like 6, maybe 8 assists. You don't have like 11 assists. That's good. Cappie did have a double double. She had 12 points and she had 11 assists with 3 rebounds. But the fact that I'm making is like Cappie is sacrificing her own stat sheet, okay? Because you guys do know that she led the league in points with 729 points last season, and that's a good accomplishment. You're like, yeah, well, I had the most points, and how many points does this person average? She averages 20 something, you know. And honestly, I think Cappie is such like a mature player, and she doesn't even care if people won't be like, oh well, this person is a better player than Cappie because they average more points than them. Really? And don't they play the same position? And they're both point guards. They're supposed to be passing. Cappie with 11 points, 11 assists. That's big, and I really hope that she keeps it up. Even though it's fun that I can walk around and be like Cappie with a 30 plus point game, you know, it makes me feel even better knowing that my all-star player can get out and actually get her team involved because not enough leaders do that. Really, there's not that many at all in the WNBA leaders that get their team involved like that. So overall, this game was exciting. This game was fun, but definitely my New York Liberty, we gave them the last of it. We were like, hey, we're the better team, and we're gonna show you now. And they handled their business in overtime. And y'all already know. I feel like the reason why I'm not up around jumping, I am tired. I am worn out. I was jumping the whole entire game. If you saw me, you could have said what was up, you know. But I'm tired. My voice is almost gone because I was screaming my life out when Sydney Spencer made that shot. It was ridiculous. That's all I wanted to come in and say. Good job to both teams for playing hard the whole entire game and hustling. But congrats New York Liberty for winning on the road. This team. Definitely a good thing for us. So thanks again. Love y'all.